Hello, viewers. Welcome to my channel. I'm Samuel, your maths tutor. This channel is purposely for teaching mathematics topics across various levels of education, like primary school, secondary school, as well as A-level. So I'm very sure that this channel will be useful for you. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Today we are looking at rules of sets, and it will go with examples. And those examples are going to help you understand the rules better. So to begin with, let's start with rule 1. First rule. M multiplying root A. M multiplying root A. What we simply mean is that M can be any number. It can be any number multiplying a set. The set is root A. Good. So when you have a number, any number multiplying a set, how do you multiply it? The number is going to multiply the coefficient of the set. That is the number in front of the set, not the one inside the set. So m times root A is going to give us m root A. M root A. For example, if I have 3 times root 2, this is equal to 3. 3 will multiply the coefficient of the set here. So 3 root 2, right? Let's give another example. 4 multiplying root 3 is equal to 4 root 3. So that's our first rule. Now we look at rule 2. Rule 2. Now for rule 2, let's say we have, for root 2, let's say we have root A multiplying root B. With this one, we have two different roots, two different sets. They are not like sets. They are not like sets because the numbers inside the root, or the numbers under the root, are not the same. So these are unlike sets. So root A and then root B. So if you have two unlike sets, or two or more unlike sets multiplying each other, how do you multiply it? We multiply the numbers under the set together, and then you give it one root. So you take one of the roots, and then we multiply the numbers under the root together. So we are going to have A multiplying B. That will give us AB. So this is how we multiply unlike set. Take one root, multiply numbers inside the root together. For example, if I have root 2 multiplying root 3, we take one of the roots, we multiply numbers under the root together. So this one will be 2 times 3. That will give us root 6. Now let's look at root 3. Now for root 3, this time around, it's also root 3 is also another. Now before you go to root 3, please take notice. This idea of multiplication of unlike set can be extended to multiplication of more than 2 sets. Like we can have root 3 multiplying root 4, root 2 multiplying root 5. The principle is the same. These are unlike set, multiplying each other. So the principle that is applicable to two unlike set multiplying each other, the same principle is applied even if there are more than two. So we take one of the roots and we multiply all the numbers under the root together. So that's going to give us 3 times 2, that will give us 6, times 5, that will give us 30, right? Now let's look at our third rule. Now for the second rule, we realize that the coefficient of the set was 1 each. The coefficient of root A was 1 here, the coefficient of B was also 1 here. Now this time around, we are looking at a case whereby the coefficient of the set is more than 1. So we have m root A multiplying n root B. It's still multiplication of unlike set. By this time around, coefficient is not 1. It's any number other than 1. So how do you multiply such set together? Now with this one, we take one of the roots and then we multiply numbers under the root together. So we're going to multiply A and B together under one set or under one root. And we also multiply the coefficient together. So coefficient together, m times n will give us mn. Then we have root of A times B, that's going to give us AB. So that is how we multiply unlike set with coefficient more than 1 together. For example, I have 2 root 3 multiplying 3 root 5. How do I multiply this one together? It's a multiplication of unlike set. So the principle is that you just multiply the coefficient together. That is 2 times 3 will give us 6. Then you multiply those inside the root sign together, and then you give it one root. That is 3 times 5, and that will give us 15. I think this is not difficult at all to understand. Let's look at rule 4. Now, rule 4 is a multiplication of like set. Multiplication of like set. What do you mean by like set? Like set, we mean numbers under the root are the same. These are the like set. Good. So let's say I have root A multiplying root A. How do you multiply like set together? We can apply the principle we use in multiplying unlike set together. The same principle can be applied here. We take one of the roots and I multiply numbers under the root together or inside the root together. So this one, we take one of the roots, multiply those inside the root together, and that will give us A times A will give us A squared. But don't forget that the square will cancel out the square root. Square will take out the root, and that will give us A. So this implies that anytime we multiply like set together, in this form, the answer is always equal to one of the numbers under the root. Example, if I have root 2 times root 2, the answer is equal to 2. If I have root 3 times root 3, these are like set because numbers under the root are the same. The answer should give me 3. Now let's look at rule number 5. Rule 5. So we've done multiplication of a number by a set. We've done multiplication of unlike set, and then we are also through with multiplication of what? Of like set. Now at this point, we are going to look at addition of like set. Addition of like set. Now, although we have multiplication of unlike set, but when it comes to addition, we cannot add. We can't add. We cannot add two unlike set together. We cannot add them. We can't add them. We can also subtract two unlike set together. Good. So when it comes to addition and subtraction, we only look at how to add like and subtract like set, because those ones can be added or subtracted together. So rule 5, let's say I have m root a plus n root a. This is addition of what? It's addition of like set, because figures under the root are the same. So addition of like set. And how do you add this together? This is equal to, we are going to take one of the like set. We are going to take one of the like set. We take the root together with the number inside it or under it. So take one of the like set and add their coefficient together. That is how we add like set. We take one of the root together with the number under it, and then we add the coefficient together. So that would be m plus n, add the coefficient together, m plus n. Then we take one of the like set. So that is how we add like set together. I think this is not difficult. Example, 2 root 3 plus 5 root 3. The rule says that add coefficient, that will be 7. Then we take one of the like set, that is root 3. Not difficult at all. Let's look at rule 6. Rule 6 will be subtraction of like set. Subtraction of like set. So m root a minus n root a. How do you subtract like set together? The same way as we did the addition. We do it the same way for the subtraction. The only thing is that where we add the coefficient, we subtract them for subtraction. So at this point, subtraction of like set, subtract coefficient, that is m minus n. Then we take one of the like set, that is root a. Example, 6 root 5 minus 3 root 5. The rule says that subtract coefficient, so 6 minus 3, that will give us 3. Then we pick one of the like set, that is root 5. So these are the basic rules of set that we have. With these basic rules in set, you should be able to do or solve all set questions.